So not too long ago, prominent leaker Spy ended up making a tweet hinting that he would share some news in regards to the Black Clover anime. Then, on the 15th, he made the tweet saying Black Clover's TV anime will be back next year, with the exact date being unknown. After Spy revealed this information, there was a mixed reaction by Black Clover fans. Now, don't get us wrong, we're really excited that the anime is going to come back, and many of us, already assumed that it was going to be back anyways. But the concerning part is that it's coming back next year. Now, many were hoping that the anime would come back at 2025 at the least, because we've seen what happens when the staff is given time to work on the anime. The movie looks fantastic, and we can tell that the delay certainly helped out the staff. The fact that it's coming out next year brings some concern that it might not be enough time for them to work on it, because I'm sure, as you all know, the Spade arc has a lot of action. There's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of amazing artwork by Tabata himself. It's all going to really require a lot of time, and it's really difficult to say if them being given just a year to work on it will really be enough. Now, I know there's some people that are on more the positive side. I know some people are speculating that maybe the production of the film have actually started since the beginning of the year, or at least the planning stages, but it seems like they're rolling around things now. And who knows, maybe it can be separated into cores. Maybe it could be a seasonal, so the first core could maybe consist of 12 to 13 episodes, and it can be separated to maybe 4 or more cores, similar to what Bleach is doing right now. Of course, that's something that we're all hoping that would happen, but as we've seen in the replies, somebody actually asked Spy, will it return as a seasonal or will it be a long runner? But unfortunately, he said it's too early to say, and that is a little concerning, because if we're expecting it next year, we can only hope that it can be a seasonal, because if it's a long runner again, that just means the production is going to have to face the same troubles it had before, and none of us really want to see that again. But of course, it is really early on. Hopefully they can come to a decision to make it seasonal, because Black Clover could definitely benefit from it being seasonal. I actually think if they could make Spade one full season if they want to. They could make it 24 to 26 episodes. Now, I know some people argue there might not be enough into Spade to make it that long, but I feel like Tabata could throw in some ideas to help extend it, similar to what he's done to the anime before, post episode 150, I believe, or 153, but somewhere around that time. But this time, hopefully the communication will go off a little better, because I know Tabata said he was a little nervous when he saw Leopold use a spell that he used in Spade early on in that arc. Thankfully, they corrected that in the Blu-rays, but I'm sure they've learned since then, so hopefully things will go a lot smoother this time if they were to work together again. So we can only hope it can return as a seasonal. Now, for the date of its return, I made a little theory online about when we could potentially see the Black Clover anime return. So Spy said it's coming out next year, with the dates being unknown. Well, he added like 4 X's to show that, the date is mysterious. But I think I figured it out. So, back then, each time Black Clover started a new season, it was always in the beginning of October, with Season 4 being an exception because of COVID. So it might be safe to assume that the anime could be back in October 2024. Now, I know some people brought this up, but in Japan, there's not exactly a thing as seasons over there. In Japan, what they do, especially with Black Clover, every October they just renewed it for a certain amount of episodes. So rather than just calling it a new season, they addressed it as Year 2, Year 3, and Year 4 for the amount of episodes that got renewed for that year. But I still think that, despite them not really being addressed as seasons, I think October is still a good date to think about, because for one, it has a history of having to start its new year in October and having the anime begin around that time. If the anime were to return next year in October, that would mark around the time of its 7th anniversary of when it began. Plus, October also holds another special meaning, which is the day Asta and Yuno were found in the church of Hajj. So that's basically their birthday. I know that doesn't really mean much, but the timing of it would be really good, so it would just be an added benefit. But of course, TLDR, I think October would be a really good date. Plus, I would rather much have it be in October than have it be in the spring of 2024. That is definitely not enough time. And I know everyone's jokes like, oh, I would rather have it in December, particularly the 31st of December of 2024. And yeah, I would love it to be in December, like, more than anything. I mean, I want it in 2025, but if it has to come back next year, I would prefer it to be in December. But I don't think they would do that. And I think October would be a pretty good month of its return, at least in my opinion. But of course, that's just speculative. I don't I'm not saying though, oh, it's coming back for sure in October. I'm just saying that wouldn't be a bad date, especially since like here I actually have it listed about the dates it started. Yeah, for season 1, when the anime began, it aired on the 3rd of October in 2017. Season 2, or year 2, October 2nd, 2018. The 3rd year aired October 1st, 2019. And season 4, the 4th year, aired on December 8th, 2020. But it would have aired in October of that year had it not been for COVID. But yeah, I feel like October is a pretty safe bet. But yeah, dates aside, the anime seems very likely to return next year. Spy is a pretty notable leaker, and many other leakers in the industry have also retweeted the information that he shared. And I believe Spy was one of the few leakers that also told everybody that Season 4 would be the last season the Black Clover anime would have before it would just go on hiatus. Now, there was a certain other leaker that said that, but I didn't believe that leaker originally. In fact, I actually kind of have issues with that leaker. But when Spy came out and said it, that's when I started to realize, oh, it seems like it's actually happening. So I wouldn't doubt Spy's claim. It seems like the anime, for sure, is definitely coming back next year. Now we can only hope that the production will be much better than it was when they worked on it initially. I really want the staff to be treated well, and I want them to be given the time that they need. Like, that's why I don't mind waiting until 2025, or even 2026, even if some people think that's a little too far. But that's just me. On the topic of productions, I know there's also an amazing article out there by Loic, who talked about the production of the movie itself. Now, I was going to talk about that in this video, but I'm going to save that for a separate video because it is quite the article. It is a long article, and I haven't even read it yet. Plus, it's like in French, so I'm going to need to translate that, which shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, it does seem like it's going to be quite a long read, so I'll save that for another video and give my thoughts and really just talk about the highlights of the article. But anyways, those are my thoughts about the anime returning next year, when I feel like it'll return. And I'm just overall hoping that things end up well for the production team, because they definitely deserve all the time they need, like I've said before. So, now, feel free to share your thoughts about it. Do you agree with the anime coming back in October? Do you agree with it coming back next year at all? Do you guys think it'll be returning past that? You know, just share all your thoughts below, and I'll try to respond to as many as I can. And yeah, that'll do it for me for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to when I talk about the article. And yeah, peace out and take care, everyone. Bye.